Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to JPal Music, and today we are reviewing a microphone that's another option than the F-Deuce D30 Plus. I want to say it is. I reviewed it on the channel before. Not really a mic to consider, unfortunately. I think the build quality is just really bad. Makes a lot of noises too. That end up in the recording. Came across this guy, and there's a couple of people that reviewed this on Amazon that actually said that it sounded pretty good. Kind of has a weird form factor to it. It's got that shock mount thing from the Fifine, but wanted to give it a shot because this was actually 29 bucks. So they call it the Q1 series microphone. It's advertised on Amazon as the JOUPIA. I'll spell it out here on the video. Um, Dynamic microphone, but the box actually looked nicer than I imagined. So that was cool. I thought it was just going to be in like a white bag or something in the mic, but in a pretty decent box here. So this comes with a USB-C cable. It comes with an XLR cable actually, which is pretty exciting. I thought there's another model that of this or option or bundle that comes with a boom arm, and it shows the XLR cable in that picture. But for this one, it just showed the microphone on the stand as you see in the box. So I was very surprised to see that the XLR cable is also in the $29 version as well. You just don't have that cheap boom arm, which you kind of don't need, to be honest. There's, get a boom arm that's a little more, professional, just a little more expensive. It'll be worth it. You also have the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So you have that, which is nice. Looks like you have the monitoring here. So you got the gain knob and the headphone volume knob. Yeah, and there is a mute button too. It is a clicky one though. It's not touch capacitive like the Fifine K688, which I think all USB microphones should have a touch capacitive mute. I just don't understand why there would be button. You'd have to press a button for it to mute, because it's going to make it clearly into the recording. For example, yeah. So I just think while mute buttons on USB microphones, they're not really necessary for using the software, but I understand it in other means when it comes to streaming. Touch capacitive, guys, come on. So yeah. So I think this sounds fairly decent. Sounds actually better than I anticipated for the microphone, and I think it does sound better than the D30 Plus so far. I'll say this is just the USB. I will switch the video where you'll be hearing the XLR, and this time around I'll actually be using the Xenix 302 USB, the Behringer Q 302 USB, which I also reviewed on the channel as well, via XLR. And we'll see how that sounds. So let me pause the video here and I will switch to that and we'll see how that sounds. All right, folks. So now you're hearing the XLR version of the microphone here. And this is actually the same microphone or the same XLR cable that it comes with. So I have it connected to the Behringer 302 USB. So the gain is at about 50%. It seems like the levels are okay. I'm seeing a pretty green sign here, so it's not clipping or anything like that. So this is the sound of the XLR. Let me know what your thoughts are to see, how this guy sounds. Let me move the mic a bit to see if there's any sounds, because that was really the biggest detractor with the Fifine K688. So when I moved it, a lot of weird noises. Okay. So not sure if there's any noise there, but just want to do that test. I want to mention too, it does come with an additional windscreen. Kind of cool. I mean, entirely necessary, maybe not, but cool that it comes with an extra one. I think that's pretty neat. The one thing it doesn't come with, which I think is a huge minus, is like a 5/8 to 3/8 adapter for like a boom arm or whatnot. Doesn't come with that, so little disappointing. I almost would have preferred that over an extra one of these, but I do think this is pretty cool that it comes with an extra one. and a USB cable, C cable that has an A with the C on the attached to it, kind of split. Um, and then obviously the XLR cable, which is, you know, a huge value. So yeah, I think this is a pretty solid buy. I definitely would do this over the F Deuce D30 Plus. Is it as good as the Fifine K688? I don't know. It has a boomy sound to it. The K688 kind of has its own character and smoothness. So I probably would lean towards that if you get one that doesn't make, you know, the noise that it did for me. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Again, this is the JOUPIA microphone, the Q1, according to the box. And yeah, JPal, or test this tech, if you will. You guys have a good day.